You know, the one thing I didn't think I'd be doing this morning is defending Fernando Alonso. What am I doing? Indefensible. Crashgate, Spygate, Hungary 2007. How do you defend the indefensible? I don't think he's a nice guy. God tier driver though he is. I don't think he's a great person. I'm not going to hold up Alonso as the bastion of what it is to be a human being. He's skullduggerous. He will always have that in him. Indeed, you could argue it's in his fabric, his DNA. But on this morning, I've read an article on motorsport.com that talks ill of the man from Oviedo. The headline reads something to the effect of, Fernando Alonso says that Lewis wasn't talking all this Ferrari is my childhood dream stuff 12 months ago. Why is that even a headline? Well, we know why it's a headline, because monetization is a thing and media need to pay their bills. If you don't click, then you don't read or watch. So they've leveraged that. They're leveraging our intrigue as F1 fans, our curiosity, our desire to see friction between the likes of Max and Lewis, and of course Alonso and Lewis, with 2007 fresh in the memory when those boys hated each other. They wanted to kill each other on a weekly basis, every single race weekend. And that's what they're digging up, isn't it? Our morbid curiosity to see the latest and greatest beef between the greats that are Sir Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. That's all that they're leveraging there, and I don't like it, to be honest. I don't like it. We are all guilty of it in the space. But in this instance, I feel like it's a tad more than disingenuous. They're convicting an innocent man based on prior indiscretion, and I don't like that. They shouldn't be doing that to Fernando. And moreover, what's Fernando said really? What has Fernando said that's incorrect? Because 12 months ago, when Lewis was in the midst of a contract negotiation with Mercedes, why would he be talking about Ferrari? There was no need. In fact, that's counterintuitive. Why would you diminish your value in real time when you're in the midst of a contract negotiation with Mercedes? And that's not to say, by the way, that Lewis hasn't talked on multiple occasions about driving Ferrari. Recently, as 2019, he was talking all this, I don't know why the move to Ferrari's never happened. It was my dream. I started off in a red car. I want to end in a red car. Anybody that's listened to Lewis Hamilton will know that that has been his dream. Just the fact that he wasn't talking about it 12 months ago doesn't mean that was no longer his dream. Does that make sense? Although Fernando Alonso still is talking truth, objective truth. And I don't think that's even headline worthy unless you're a media entity trying to monetize a non-story, trying to drudge up old bones and create a beef between Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. And that's not to say even that the irony that Fernando Alonso is talking about this in February of 2024 isn't lost on me, because the broader context of the conversation he's having there is for what? He's angling for a move into that Mercedes seat that Hamilton's just vacated, isn't he? Of course he is, because like I said already, for the avoidance of doubt, Alonso is a serial offender when it comes to this. He can't even pronounce the word loyalty. Lest we forget McLaren, Renault, bloody Ferrari, Aston Martin, Alpine. He's been at all of them. He's a whore of an F1 driver, because so relentless is he in his drive to put himself in a championship winning car. He cares zero for loyalty. He was only at McLaren 12 months even. Now, I'm here for the chaos merchantry as much as the next man, particularly in the off season. But if there's one driver on the grid who shouldn't be talking about loyalty and being a club hopper, that man is Fernando Alonso. Now, could he find himself as the plan B for Kimi Antonelli in that Mercedes? Absolutely, he wouldn't be a bad choice. I know Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz Jr. would have an argument. They've had something to say about that. But could I see it? Maybe. His relationship with Toto Wolff hasn't been great. Toto Wolff would much rather put Valtteri Bottas or Esteban Ocon in that seat. But do they have the wherewithal, the capability? Are they box office enough to fill the not insubstantial shoes of Lewis Hamilton? Who knows?